Avengers: Age of Ultron is the sequel to the Avengers movies and all the other Marvel Cinematic Universe movies that have come so far, and basically Tony Stark and Bruce Banner are building this new AI that's supposed to, as Tony says, build a suit of armor around the world. Unfortunately, it goes crazy and turns into Ultron, our new villain, and the Avengers have to take him out. And Ultron's not alone. He has two other sidekicks, Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver, who you may know in the Captain America Winter Soldier post-credits scene. So of course, as you guys know, I'm a huge fan of the Marvel movies. I love them so much. My favorite is probably the first Avengers movie, and I was hoping that with Joss Whedon back to direct, because he also directed the first one, that maybe this movie could maybe be even better. And even though I think the first Avengers movie is still the best one, this movie is pretty awesome. Now, when I say the first Avengers movie is better than this movie, I'm just saying overall, because there are some moments in Avengers 2 that are better than the first Avengers movie, specifically the action scenes. Remember in the first Avengers movie, that tracking shot in the New York battle where Iron Man's flying and you see Cap doing something, Hawkeye and Black Widow and Thor and Hulk, like doing something useful, just that one tracking shot? They've got two new tracking shots in this, one in the beginning and one near the end, that are both so incredible to watch. Joss Whedon does a great job directing not only the action scenes, but also the characters themselves, because he is able to come up with great discussions for them to have that's not only necessary for the movie, but also for the future to come. Like Civil War, you get to see a lot of Tony Stark and Steve Rogers butting heads because Civil War's coming. Even though I am a bit bummed that Joss Whedon is leaving the franchise, as you know, he's a very tired man after making these movies. He's not going to come back for Infinity War. I think that he left off with a great movie, and thumbs up to you, man. Double thumbs up. Speaking of the characters, their chemistry is amazing. When they're arguing, when they're joking, when they're just having a serious conversation, you feel enthralled, you love all of them. Even when, like, two people are, like, butting heads and some other people are joining on, you have to, like, pick a side, like, hey, do you want to support this guy or this guy? You're like, look, why can't I support both of them? Because they're all so amazing and wonderful, and their characters are really great. And there is some relationship building between Black Widow and the Hulk, which is very interesting to watch. I thought that maybe it was gonna, like, drag on for a bit, like, oh, love, this, what? But it was actually... What? It was actually handled pretty well, and that's pretty cool. And Hawkeye actually got more of a character this time. The first Avengers movie, he was okay, but this movie, they greatly improved upon his character, gave him a family like Linda Cardellini playing his wife, and I thought she did a great job also. And Hawkeye actually got some really funny lines, which is also good because now I care about Hawkeye, and I never cared about Hawkeye. Thor is also really cool. There's just one part to his character arc, if you will, that's leading up to Thor Ragnarok that I have an issue with that I'll get to in a moment. Also, Paul Bettany as Jarvis / the Vision is glorious. Like, when you see the Vision, you see him flying around, seeing his arms go through robots and tear them apart. It's so cool. I can't wait to see more of the Vision. When can we see more of the Vision? Because he's amazing. And of course, the two new Avengers, Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver. At first, I thought their accents were going to be a bit distracting, because of course, when I heard Quicksilver say his first line in that trailer, "You didn't see that coming?" I was like, I don't know if that's distracting or not. But when the movie was playing and I was listening to them, it actually flowed very easily and I wasn't as distracted as I thought it was. So, good job, movie. Good job. And even though I think X-Men Days of Future Past Quicksilver is better than this Quicksilver, because even though this Quicksilver gets more screen time, X-Men Days of Future Past Quicksilver has that kitchen scene, and we don't get a scene like the kitchen scene in this movie. But Quicksilver is still good in this movie. That was convoluted. I apologize. Quicksilver has some good moments, and Scarlet Witch has some great moments also. She's a bit crazy though, and she's played by Elizabeth Olsen, and Aaron Taylor Johnson plays Quicksilver, and as you know, they were married last year in Godzilla, and now they're brother and sister. It's kind of strange. Either way, I really like their characters. Nick Fury shows up for a couple seconds, and he's okay. It's not bad to have some Nick Fury, and Colonel Rhodes is there, War Machine, for like a couple minutes, and that's cool. Kobe Smulders is also there for like a couple minutes. and that's okay. Everyone else that you've heard of besides the people I just mentioned are like only there for a couple minutes, so that's why I'm just breezing over them. They were good, okay? They were good. And of course, the standout. I can't forget this ever, because if you forget this guy, then you're an idiot. Ultron, played by James Spader, is my favorite Marvel villain. He's amazing! James Spader not only plays him so well, but the character himself, although I do have one slight problem with that I'll get to in a moment, he is so cool. He's funny, sarcastic, serious, and you have to see him as a threat, but you also want to like him because he's so funny, and that's so cool! Basically, Ultron is my new favorite Marvel villain because he's played so well by James Spader. His voice, oh, the CGI for him is good. Oh yeah, CGI is also really good. And overall, I just really love Ultron. Every time I saw Ultron on screen, I wanted to see more of Ultron, and oh my god, Ultron is so cool. My new favorite Marvel villain, just putting that out there. Sorry, Loki, but you have been crushed by Ultron. As I mentioned earlier, the action is really good, especially the Hulk Buster fight scene, because that was incredible. And I wasn't expecting it to be as big as it was, but that was amazing. But the Hulkbuster scene was my favorite action scene by a bit, because every other action scene is like almost as good as that Hulkbuster fight in comparison. I'm serious, Joss Whedon is so great. Now for the cons of this movie. The plot overall, it's really good, but the first 15 to 20 minutes feel a bit rushed. Like they were like trying to get so rushed into the Ultron character. Like this is another problem I had with Ultron that I mentioned earlier, was that his beginning, like all of a sudden he turns on like, whoa, oh, I don't like this, I'm evil! That's like, that feels a bit too rushed. I think maybe if they had like one more scene where they kind of have him just kind of show more of his character, not only just to show more Ultron, but to explain more about his character, like why does he want this to happen? Can you go more into detail? Besides, humans are stupid and stuff like that. Can you go more into that? And the twins, as I mentioned earlier, I liked their characters. I thought they were acted really well. I just think they weren't as cool as they could have been. Like, you see them doing some action stuff, like, yeah, that's really cool, but I want to see more of you guys being cool. There's never a moment where Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver have a conversation like any of the other characters. It's like a couple seconds, hey sis, oh hey brother, funny joke, run. Another problem I had with the movie is the setups to the other movies. Like Ulysses Klaue, as you know, played by Andy Serkis, is in the movie. He's gonna set up the Black Panther movie because Ulysses Klaue is the villain to Black Panther, and Andy Serkis is good. I can't wait to see more of him as Ulysses Klaue in Black Panther. My only problem with him in this movie is he could have been played by anyone. And I mean literally anyone. The only reason he was there was because something kind of happens that kind of matches his comic book look, and if you see the movie you will know what I mean when you see it happen. But other than that, he wasn't necessary at all. Plus that other thing I mentioned about his comic book looking thing, that thing had to happen so he could look like his comic book appearance. It's so convoluted. My explanations are so convoluted, I'm sorry. Still, you could have just had that thing just be in Black Panther, and we wouldn't need an explanation for it. We don't need that. We didn't need his character in Age of Ultron. He could have been anyone. He could have just been some generic guy. And the Thor Ragnarok setup, like the setup where Thor goes to the swimming pool, basically to swim. I won't explain why he's there or what he's looking for there. That setup, I know it's kind of important to what he's doing in this movie and for Ragnarok, but it's not intriguing at all. And as soon as that scene was playing, I was like, dude, can we just get back to the actual story? I would prefer that, actually. Plus, they never really explain how he gets to the well. It's just all of a sudden, here we are in this cave, I'm going in, whoop. It's like, wait, how'd you get here? Where is this? What? Those are just a few minor gripes, because overall, this movie is amazing. The acting, the action, the plot, the dialogue, the funny humor is so cool. Those minor gripes literally just fade away as soon as I think about this movie. And I'm going to give Avengers Age of Ultron an A-. I know you're already going to see it, but I'm still going to tell you to go see it if you're still skeptical. Go see it in the theater, maybe in IMAX. I didn't see it in IMAX, just 3D. And go see it in IMAX 3D and have a really awesome time at the movies. So did you see Age of Ultron? And if you did, leave in the comments below of what you thought of it. Also, I hit 400 subscribers, and that's really cool of you guys. Thank you so much. But I don't know what to do for a celebration video, so once again, please leave in the comments suggestions for a 400 subscriber video, and I will do it. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to subscribe. I'm Jackson Fulcher. See you guys next time.